Today, we're going to talk about how to use AI to generate posts to get sales and recruits. My name is Benjamin Pang. I'm the founder of LeadMagicX and also Beach Boss Influencers. Over here, we're going to teach you how to use our platform and different strategies to basically how to leverage AI to generate social media content. And what we used to do is like, sometimes we write it by hand in the past, and then we come across this writer block, and we're afraid to kind of write about ourselves sometimes because, you know, if you are an introvert, drop a yes in the comment. I am one. And over time, I just learned to, make videos, go live, but then deep down, I'm still an introvert. So drop a yes if you're an introvert. And if you would love to know how to use AI to kind of help you get more visibility, right? You might not want to show up all the time, but then, hey, how can you leverage your strength? So let's say you're an introvert, recording videos is not your strength, but you can record, once a week or once every couple of weeks. So how do you gain more exposure on social media by using AI, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. As you think about how to use AI, before even using AI, you need to think about what are you actually selling? Okay, so before going after and talking about whatever, posting whatever on social media, we need to have a purpose as we go on to social media, right? So in the past, you might post about your life, you might post about your dog, your food. So it's just sharing what your life is about. Now, if you're running a business, you got to be intentional about your content, okay? And I know that I'm mentioning like, what are you selling? And, at the end of the day, it's really about how you can sell something that people want to buy. Right? So the problem in network marketing is that your upline is telling you to sell your products, your services, or to recruit to basically someone that are not interested in joining you. So you might be calling up your friends and family and you say, hey, would you like to check out this amazing opportunity? And they have no intention to make a side income, right? They might be perfectly happy with their job and they don't want to make additional income, residual income, don't want time freedom. There are people like that, that's why we have, the top 1% that we talk about, right? And then those are the people that want more, they go for more, they learn new things and they run a business. Just like you want more and you get into network marketing, right? So you need to identify people that want what you're selling. So let's say you're selling weight loss. So yes, you're very passionate about your entrepreneurial journey, but let's say you are selling weight loss. So you need to focus your social media content around, let's say, what your product can achieve. So let's say it's weight loss, then you want to talk about like 10 different ways to lose weight naturally. And then you can present your product at the end of your, it's a video or maybe it's a post. Okay. So get clear on what you are selling. So if your company has many different products, just try to niche down into one. So I used to be part of this company that sell everything. It has a shopping platform. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to sell weight loss today. I'm going to sell website. The next day, I'm like, people are confused. They don't know what I'm selling. So pick one from your company, pick one niche from your company and focus on your social media content on it. Okay. I know that we all want to recruit. Okay. But at the end of the day, if you're just recruiting and not selling, it becomes like a pyramid scheme because there's no volume, right? You're not going to make money. So the business only runs if you have product sales. So what are you selling and promoting in your company? So the second question is, who are you selling it to? Okay. So when you think about like your products, like who wants your products? So if it's weight loss, then are you going to sell to someone that's super fit and they go to gym all the time and you walk up to that person and be like, hey, would you like this product that will help you lose 10 pounds? Right? They're super fit. So they're not in that market, right? They're not who you want to sell to. And if it's skincare, then yes, everyone has skin, but not everyone has a skin problem. So it depends on what your product is trying to solve. So get clear on what your product is trying to solve and figure out who you are selling to. Okay. And obviously, once you have, you can basically grab description about your product. Every company has a website nowadays. And then they have their product on there. There usually is like description about the product. You can basically copy and paste the product description and put it into AI and ask it to tell you who would buy this product. Super simple, right? And later on, I'm going to show you how you can use LeadMagicX AI to do the same thing. All right, so now you know who you are selling to, and you can also ask AI, like, what's the pain point? So how will this help to drive your social media content, right? So when you are educating or talking about a certain topic in, let's say, skincare, you want to mention those pain point to relate to those people. Maybe you have the same problem, because usually you get into network marketing because you bought the product and you love it and then you want to promote it, right? So share your experience. How did it help you? What was the problem before? And then how did it help transform your life after you take the product or use the product? So once you get clear on the pain point, which is like why they want to buy from you, now you're ready for social media content. Now, I'm going to show you how you can use LeadMagicX AI, and you can use the same concept on any AI tool out there, okay? And over here in LeadMagicX, we recently built an AI tool, which will soon be released. So once you log into LeadMagicX AI, what happened is that, you kind of go through some of the setup. What you want to do is you want to go to persona. So if you're doing it in other AI tools, what you want to think about is your voice. How are you writing on social media? Because everyone writes differently. Now, if you just go to AI and say, hey, write me a social media post about this, they might use the generic template and be like, oh, I'm assuming that you're this type of person. And then they write it in a way that is not you. And then when you post it on social media, people will find it weird. And then you'll be like, oh, I'm posting, I'm giving value. People are not responding because they find it weird. Is it even you? Drop into the comment if you have ever come across someone that message you and then you feel like, or email you and you feel like, is it a bot? Is it a template? So drop template into the comment if you have come across that before. So we usually see that in SMS, like when people reach out to you, and especially for people that want to sell you something, like those robo marketer, we want to avoid that. So what we need to do here is we need to train AI to learn your voice. Okay. So in LeadMagicX AI, we actually help you do it. What you want to do is answer a few questions. Now, first of all, like give it a name, like who is that person that you are writing as. So it will usually be yourself. Then you type in your name here. Okay. And then you type in your gender. So let's say I'm myself, let's say this, and let's say you pick your relationship status. So whatever information you want to give it to AI so that it can understand you. Next, you want to fill in your family and relationships. So really quickly, I'm gonna backtrack and basically show you what I've done for another person. All right, so this is what I did in another persona. First of all, let's see if I can go back here. Your gender, age, and relationship status, and then also your family situation. Again, the more information you give AI, the better it will write for you. Okay. Next, you want to basically put in your personality traits, and you can pick a field here. And I picked creative, energetic, respectful. And then you can hit next step. And then after that, work situation. You want to tell it, basically your background. Are you working full time, building network marketing on the side? And then next you want to tell it what brings you satisfaction. And then some interesting facts and writing samples. So now if I go to writing samples real quick. Okay, right here. So you want to basically copy a few writing examples from your social media and put it in here. Okay, so I grab it from Facebook. I basically grab it from someone that I follow. I put it in here. That's how she write it, and then that's how I want this persona to write. Okay, so what you want to do is go to your profile, copy some of the posts and put it in here and tell it, okay, this is a Facebook post and you're promoting something, and then set the type. So after you set all this up, now when it writes something, it will use all the information you give it and be like, oh, you're writing as, in this case, Marina. Okay, this is our persona. So if you're training your AI, you basically write the same thing. You want to tell it your, some basic information, demographics, what you're working on, what's your professional background. And then the next step will be, who are you selling it to? So that's where the avatar profile comes in. So if we go to avatar profile, and then let's give it a name. Let's say this is weight loss Susan. Okay. Now you want to ask yourself, what kind of people do you want to work with? Now, this is more like business oriented. So if you are focusing on recruiting, obviously you can put in who you're working with. And then if it's someone you want to sell to. So let's say you want to focus on selling weight loss to stay-at-home mom or maybe full-time mom. So pick a niche that you want to focus on. So if you are that type of person, usually you will attract that type of person. Okay. So tell it what kind of person you want to work with. And then you want to tell them, you want to train AI on what are they missing from the current situation. So if we're selling, products, then we can say maybe they are experiencing a skincare condition. Be more descriptive, like what is the condition, and then step 3 will be like what is the emotional impact to that person, right? Is it like lack of self-confidence because they have a skin problem? They go out and they feel like everyone is looking at them, and then they never be able to express themselves, right? So kind of write those down. And then move to the next step, which is what are they looking for? Obviously, is for that condition to go away. Let's say it's eczema or some other condition, and just type in basic, what are they looking for? What do they want to get out of? Okay. And next is who can help them find what they need and what do they enjoy? So basically, they're looking for maybe a product. So let's say in this case, it will be more product oriented, right? So what kind of opportunity, what kind of product or solution are they looking for? If you are focusing on, so I used to promote a product that is drinkable. So obviously, I don't want to market to everyone. I want to market to people that have a problem swallowing pills. So that is what my customers are looking for. They're looking for a product that they can drink, not a pill, and then that will help with their skincare problem. And then step 6 is what is the transformation? Like after they take your product, what would they become? So try to describe that. And what would that make them feel? Is it relief? Is it freedom? Is it confidence? And you can ask AI to help you with these questions. I will show you how in the next step. Okay. And then what is the consequence? So usually when you are promoting a product, a lot of customers are like, oh, I want to buy, but let me think about it. Right? Because so there's no urgency. We do one thing to push them like one step further, which is like kind of poke the pain a little bit. Like, what if they don't solve the problem? Like, are you happy with going out to the street and having other people look at yourself and you feel diminished or you feel less confident than what you should be? So what is that confidence? So what happens if they don't fix the problem? Some people, maybe they get used to the condition and then they're like, oh, whatever, I'll just live with it. So that's why you need to kind of rip the band-aid off and be like, kind of poke the wound a little bit. You're like, you actually have a problem and you need to fix it. Okay. That will create urgency for that person to take the next step. Lastly is it will generate a summary for you based on all the information you filled out. And then when you go to conversations, then it can use what you've defined to write any social media post. So what I've done here is basically I was saying, hey, use my persona and avatar and write a social media post about a recent success in weight loss. And if people want more details, tell me more in the comments. Okay. Then it basically spit out a relevant social media post in my voice and promoting what you want to promote. And then this took 3 seconds for it to process. I was typing in this 3 seconds and then it spit out this post. Like in the past, I might need probably a lot more time, like maybe half an hour more to kind of do some research, to kind of write up my post, edit it, and go from there. This will not only help save you time, but also accelerate your success. Like who wants to spend like 3 years to build a network marketing business before they hit 6-figure? Nowadays with AI, you should achieve your goal a lot faster, right? If not 6 months, what about a year? So it's way better than like what network marketers used to do like in the past, like 3 to 6 years. You have to build a team and then teach them what to do. Now with AI, you teach everyone to do what you're doing with AI, and then they share the story online in their own voice, and AI spit out the content for them. That's going to change the world. And if you are interested in kind of finding out who you should be selling it to, so let's do a live exercise. So I would basically go to the company that I used to be part of, which is shop.com here. And I will probably pick this product, get yours, whatever. Okay. So I would go to, and there's usually tech challenges as we do live, but let's see how far we can go with this. Okay. So this is the product description, and there's a lot of technical terms and I'm not even in this niche, But I can say, hey, maybe grab this link, and you don't even copy and paste this in these days, right? You basically copy the link and ask AI to read it for you. So let's say analyze this product and tell me what audience I should be selling to. Okay, so I'm gonna hit send, right? So it's gonna read the website and then come back to me and basically tell me who I should target. So immediately, it saves you tons of time because this you should probably take, if your upline is not telling you how to, so this took 13 seconds about that. And then in the past, you probably would need to go like learn it from your upline, learn it from the company, attend trainings, and then go back to writing social media posts if your company doesn't give it to you and post it. So over here, you can quickly do so. Okay. So I think it requires some additional information. So we're probably going to have a follow-up on this, but let's just copy and paste in this case. So this is going back here, analyze this product and tell me who I should sell to. Okay. If you do this exercise, I'm 100% sure that you will get more sales at the end of the day. Like once you start posting, because you now are talking to people with that pain. And now what you can do next is go on to social media to basically find groups that talks about these pain. Like maybe there's a community that talks about the specific skin problem that your product can solve. So join that group and start posting value. And then once in a while and tell people, hey, you're experiencing some transformation with this product. If people want more information, then drop more in the comment and then reach out to you. So let's see what we have here. It's telling me that my primary target audience is health conscious women. So, hey, for those that are selling anti-aging products, and then let's say what happened is that in my previous company, I was selling skincare to everyone because my team, well, at that time it's between, I think 20 to 30. And then we're using products that are designed for 40 plus demographics. So yes, we're using the product, but then we're not the target demographics and we're selling to our peers. So we're obviously in the wrong market, right? We're selling to the wrong market. So we're selling to health conscious women, not just anyone, and between 40 to 50, because that's what anti-aging is targeting, right? And then these are the pain point, messaging, and then some of the language pain point. So actually it has 3 different audiences here and it gives you the pain point for each one of them. Now, what you can do is you can probably pick up some of the keyword anti-aging, prime age for anti-aging, aging concern, let's see, cellular level. So grab some of these keyword and go to Facebook group and search for them. Biohacking, grab this, go to Facebook group, search for this keyword. And now you get at least 5 to 10 groups that you can go into and start posting content. You can continue this conversation here, like create a post from educating what is this audience 1. You can tell it like, the health conscious women, curious, conscious women about my product without saying what it is. Create curiosity, something like that. Okay. Make it like 100 words or less using persona. Using what persona? So I think we were setting up a persona for using persona Marina. So once you set up a persona, now you can keep using it. So with other AI tools, you can do the same thing, but then you need to basically copy and paste every time and tell, hey, this is Marina, this is what she's about, and please write like her. Right. So this is persona, meaning the voice that you're writing as. So it can basically generate the post once you have this information. And the powerful thing is you can generate as many as you want and then pre-schedule all of them. Okay. Which is where LeadMagicX comes in as well. So obviously we're expanding our functionality. So with LeadMagicX AI, it gives you all the AI tools to create content. And then we have a Chrome extension that helps you schedule posts onto your profile. So you can basically just copy the post, come in here, right? This is post 1. And then you just go to this, go back here. Let's use this post for now. Okay. Just grab this and then put it in here. And then maybe you want to add an image of yourself, right? You probably want to 100% of the time add a lifestyle picture of yourself, because that's what social media is about, like other people's lives, and just make sure you smile in that picture, like good energy. And maybe it's as a set picture is also fine, right? It depends on what you're talking about. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to hit create, and then now you can actually schedule, go to strategies, and you can schedule posts. And what happened now is you can create 30 days worth of posts, and then LeadMagicX will schedule it for you. So imagine every post takes you like let's say 10 seconds. Let's say it generated this in, I think about 10 seconds. Like you can ask it to actually create 10 posts at the same time. It will spit out 10 posts for you. And then once you schedule them all, now you're basically waiting for people to reach out to you. So now that's how you can use LeadMagicX AI to not only generate content that will attract your perfect customers or prospects to you, but also automate them so that when you wake up, check your comments, check your notification, people reaching out like, hey, what is that product about? So that's the amazing part about LeadMagicX AI. If you want to grab this feature, which is the scheduling post and some of the AI features, go to leadmagicx.com/lifetime. Right now, we are running a lifetime offer for the 2.0 that's coming out. So it's gonna give you an engagement AI, meaning once you have the post, imagine you have like 31 posts a day, you have 30 posts, but then you have 30 posts to monitor. Like if people are responding to one, and then you have to kind of check the comments on all the posts. So engagement AI will actually help, basically use AI in your voice to reply to those people, and also to DM them if they want more information. So now you're basically setting up this social media to sales generation machine, all automated for you, right? Because now content is generated and pre-scheduled, and then when people comment, then you would have LeadMagicX engagement AI to leave a comment and reply to them with more information. And now the next step is really for them to check it out, and you follow with them, or maybe they're gonna buy right away. And next is also a lot of network marketing companies and also leaders are creating groups for their prospects or their team, right, to continue to nurture them. So we have been hearing a lot of requests about how can I automate, like people coming in, I know who they are, they leave their email, I want to copy all of them into my database. So this will do all of them for you, automatically accept members and capture all their initial questions, if it's email, if it's pain points, and then it's going to put into LeadMagicX, and then you can customize your DM later on. So again, we're not going to run this again because it's to help develop this initially. And after we have this, then everyone will, just pay the monthly or yearly price. Okay. So this is a lifetime access offer or unlimited access. So once you pay for it, then you don't have to pay monthly again, other than the AI credits, because if you use a lot of the AI, if you have a lot of comments, then, AI do have a small cost. So you basically just have to pay for that. But in basically about 3 days, we'll end this offer. So if you're looking at this, hopefully it's still on. We're going to drop the comment in this video under this post. So go check it out and reach out to support or leave a comment if you have any questions on this offer. Alrighty, so that's it for today. Feel free to drop a comment with your questions and we can answer those later on. And obviously we're adding more stuff into LeadMagicX AI to help you guys out with social media content. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated, and next time we're probably gonna go into more social media strategies to help you guys grow your following and track your customers, and really to generate more sales and build that team that's gonna bring you guys the residual income that you guys are looking for. Okay. All right. With that said, thank you everyone today, and I will see you guys next time.